welcome to another episode of the Fourth Down Fiasco, your go-to podcast for all things football, including the European League of Football, which just finished its regular season this past week. As always, we ask that you rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as it's the best way for us to grow the show. Also, I do want to highlight real quick our newest sponsor, because yes, people care enough about this podcast to sponsor us.
We're going to Disney World, baby.
Actually, we're going to Vegas, Daniel. But yes, we do have a sports betting sponsorship through BetStamp and Sign Up Expert, which has a massive library of sports books that you can sign up with. If you are 21 years of age or older, slide on over to the description of this episode, whether if it's with Apple Pods, Spotify, or YouTube, and that link will take you exactly where you need to go. Or simply visit signupexpert.com/fiasco. BetStamp is useful for getting all the best deals from all the best sports books like DraftKings, BetMGM, and more. For our international listeners, unfortunately, there aren't any sports books yet through this program, but as soon as there are, we will let you know because we want you to join in on the fun. Now, let's dive into this week's episode, which is formatted way different than we would normally do. No NFL preseason talk this week since the season's about to begin. That's all we're about to be talking about. Instead, we have welcomed some of the top journalists in the ELF, the maniacal Matt Bressington, the always authentic Alex Malchow, and the East Coast constituent Jamal Clay. Say hello to the people for me, y'all.
Hello, I appreciate that. I like maniacal.
Hey.
I like that.
Love it, love it. I'm Jordan Pryor, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts and the true backbone of this show, Danny Weber and Tanner Vinsky. And this is the Analyst Arena, a game show here on Fourth Down Fiasco where we will crown the best ELF journalists of the year in a very unorthodox way.
All right, so with our guest, we're going to need all y'all to introduce yourselves and, frankly, why should the people care? So let's have each person's 30-second elevator pitch start with Jamal.
Jamal Clay here with the Athletes Forum podcast. First of all, excited to be on. I host a podcast. Basically, it's locker room talk. You know, we don't break down. We don't break down games in terms of like breaking news, stuff like that. We just react to everything. So be here, just join the locker room and, you know, be a part of the funness. You know, follow along. Athletes Forum podcast.
Word.
All right, your turn, Matt.
My name is Matt Bressington. I'm a scout in Europe. I'm the only European in this thing, so I think I deserve credit just for that. I break down players. I've got evaluations, and I'm a well-regarded scout within the European scene.
Ooh, well-regarded.
There we go.
That leaves you, Alex.
All right, I'm Alex Malchow, a.k.a. Euroball Chow. I write some articles for the ELF site. I talk nonsense about the league. And most importantly, I post Twitter memes about ELF. Let's go.
And you wear cowboy hats. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Well, cool. To talk about the show format, we will have 3 competitive events, starting with ELF trivia, followed by MVP pick'ems, and finish off with some playoff bracketology. The trivia is the only thing that you will be graded on during the course of this show. But with all of your answers, we will be able to crown an ELF Journalist of the Year as soon as the championship game is over.
All right. So is everyone ready for some trivia? You don't get an answer. Great. You will be rewarded 10 points per question you get right, and any partially correct answer, you'll receive 5 points. There's a bonus point at the end worth 20, so be ready for that. And to start us off, we have to kick it off with an easy one. So everyone have their pen and paper ready? All right.
Good. Locker room's good.
Who were the first 3 ELF champions? When you're ready, let's see. If everyone's ready, you can just throw them up. Frank Vike Fire. Galaxy Viking Fire. I'm assuming Matt has the same. I can't really see his, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the answers are Galaxy Vikings Fire.
I don't know. Maybe for Matt, we have to like require him to say his out loud.
Okay, we got it. Vikings fine.
Being the only European in the Brit, like I guess you're not European anymore, but being the only Brit, you have to say it. Yeah.
That's all.
I'm already being handicapped for my Britishness.
Not handicapped. It's a privilege, brother.
It is. You're right.
It's a privilege, brother.
The question is, how many matches is Matt going to go through on the show?
Yeah.
All right. The next one we have is significantly harder because, I mean, if you asked me this for NFL, I would have no clue. But so, who boasted the highest QBR in 2021? Minimum 50 attempts.
Bro, Jamal's face, bro.
Well, there were some good quarterbacks, but some of them had
Minimum 50 attempts, so there's a lot of quarterbacks.
Damn, this could be a throwback one. I think what teams were even in the league then?
There are only eight of them, so.
Want me to say it?
Luke Sullivan. Ooh.
Wrong.
Oh, who was it?
All right, Danny, grab that one.
Yeah, Danny.
What's that name?
Yeah, one good game.
Moritz
Is there a minimum on this?
It was a minimum 50 attempts.
That's a minimum of 50. That's like a game and a half.
Oh,
He had 52.
I thought that was 50 attempts we could answer.
Hey, he played 6 games.
All right.
Okay.
That's the game we're going to play, right?
That was my next guess.
I don't even know.
That was my next game.
I still don't even know what team he played for.
Oh well, you're really.
We'll tell you in a minute. We'll tell you in a minute.
And of course, Danny's a coward because now he's going to make me pronounce whatever that name is. So, who did Moritz? Don't fucking take it. There we go. Moritz Johannek Jensch back up. So, who did he end up backing up in the ELF?
Oh, and we should have mentioned at some point or another, each one of you gets one lifeline with Danny.
You can. I can give you a hint.
Oh, wow. I mean, that would have been useful last question, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still useful this question too.
Would the team have really been useful last question?
That's like makeup.
Oh, good call, Alex. You might be right.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Who's
I went for I can't remember his name, so I think I just
2021, right? 2021?
All right. I think we'll give it to Jamal
Calvin Stitt.
because the answer
No,
was
Sullivan
Jacob Sullivan.
wasn't on Berlin back then.
No, Jacob.
Oh no, he's the Galaxy. Yeah,
yeah.
he's the Galaxy.
So yeah, Jamal
Yeah,
got
all of
wrong
you.
too.
Yeah, Calvin Stitt was the
wrong.
quarterback for Berlin year one.
Pain.
Damn.
throwback UK guy.
All right.
I guess when it was a kicker, that was a backup quarterback for Franklin. I thought Rimler was the backup quarterback year one.
Maybe third string. Who knows?
Maybe.
But we see you guys don't know about 2021. That's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
picking on the wrong team, yeah.
All right. We're not going back to the beginning. We're only going till last year. Who had the longest punt/kick return of 2023?
That feels too obvious.
Don't overthink it. That's what I'll say. Don't overthink it.
What's his name? I forgot.
There's a free hint from me. You're welcome.
Oh,
Y'all did
let's see what
overthink it.
Jamal says.
I forgot his name. I don't know why. I'm drawing a blank right now, but he played for Leipzig and Milan.
Nope.
Aaron Jackson.
2023, Aaron Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I always take Aaron Jackson for granted. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Did we all get it wrong?
How was the long
Yeah.
time?
Come on, guy.
We don't know shit.
Okay,
What is
I
this?
know for a fact at least one of y'all is going to get this next one because I've had a discussion with
have
one of y'all about
5
this
of them.
individual.
And fucking
But,
things.
What was that?
Okay.
So,
I'm
which player
intrigued.
from the
You've captured my
ELF?
attention.
Oh, sorry. Which player from the ELF is currently on the Dallas Cowboys, and what ELF team did he play for? So this is a two-parter.
Ran out of ink.
Ran out of ink.
Word.
Does
Big
Matt
Brad?
know it? You can just say it, Matt. Everyone already showed their answer.
Yeah, Matt's just waiting until we show our answers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on like a delay.
Okay.
Turpin and the Panthers.
That dang UK Wi-Fi.
We got one. We got one.
All right, everybody got that one. So we're dead tied right now with everybody having 20.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a tight race.
And then we go right back to a hard one, depending on who you are.
Pause.
No Diddy.
All right. What is the league record for most interceptions caught in a season? Who did it and in what year?
Oh, man. Do we get like points for getting
Yeah, you get points. Yeah, you get partial points. There's partial credits.
Cool.
10 minutes, no. 23. That UK Wi-Fi.
Oh man, I'm that delayed. All right, Beard 8 and in 2023.
Wow. Jamal, you were wrong. Alex got half. Matt got everything.
Jamal put Macy
I
up.
was 2 for 3 on that answer.
Oh, I missed what he said. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to. Dang, Danny, you didn't want to give points.
Dang,
to the
Danny, you
only black
coming
guy
at me
in
like
here?
this, man?
Come on, brother.
Wow.
Well, I guess
Fine.
there's
Yeah, I'll let.
black guys in here.
Since you're the professor now, Jordan, I'll let you give the credit to where it need to be.
Cool. Yeah. That boy Jamal gets his full cred. I see you out here.
If I don't know anything,
Matt got it, and then
I'm a fake fan.
Alex, you got partial, right? Who did you say?
I had Goran Zek 8 2023. So if I get some half points for that, yeah.
I feel dirty letting you get it just because you put down 2023, but the rules are rules. So it was posted.
Rules are rules.
I guess.
Maybe the name is worth double.
It's too late. The syllabus has already been posted. This is how the grades are. All right. This one is a me question. I'm excited for this one.
Here we go.
What franchise did Demetrius Davis play for during the NFL Europe days?
I'm not sure if I'm on a delay, but we'll go for that one.
Fire, Barcelona.
Yes.
The correct answer was Barcelona.
Oh shit! You're just old. That's why you got those ones.
Damn.
I mean, he did say it was a me question, Brezzy.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. I see that we're going to have to restart the Revolutionary War. Bring that back right now because violence is being spread. That was a shot heard around the world. Good.
Yeah. Hey, if my points are correct, Alex and Jamal are tied.
Ooh.
No, your points are incorrect. Jamal's up 10
How is he up by 10?
because Jamal's gotten 4 right.
I'm done keeping score. I'm done.
Right. He's absolutely.
Yeah, he got Sullivan right. I didn't get that right. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get that right. I got Stitt right too.
All right. Next one we got is who has the most fumbles this year
Oh man.
and how many?
Is that including quarterbacks?
Everybody.
Oh man.
It's a great question.
I know
Wow.
that one. I think.
You're the scout, Matt.
This is a Brez question.
Dude, I have no idea.
No idea.
Y'all have a Danny lifeline.
Hey, Danny, Lifeline, help me out.
What?
Well, yeah, you don't say it on the pod, Danny. Like you got to message him or something.
All right.
Or give him a hint. Don't give him the answer.
Give me a team conference.
I
A
reckon
conference, maybe.
I'll DM you on X.
All right.
Most fumbles. Shit.
I think I've got this. I think I know what it is. That's a great fucking question.
Hold up, Danny. I'm gonna send it to him. I got a fire hint for it.
So it turns into the Tanner lifeline.
I have a question.
What did you
What's your question?
You can answer it, you cannot answer it. But did this person play a full season? Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
all right. My major candidate is out now. Yeah.
I had to put a star next to Alex's name, so I remember.
I really hope I'm not mixing up the players, but I'm pretty sure my hint's great.
It's a very, very good hint. And I feel like that really should help me, but.
I don't know if
You got to tell me this thing.
Alex, check your DMs again.
real quick, because Brez already showed his.
Brett showed his?
Yeah.
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 Weed. Best name, the elf.
Definitely don't think it's
I
right.
wouldn't say how many.
How
I'm going
many?
to say now. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm going to go for 8 on my number.
Damn, that was a good number. Go for 9.
Okay. Malchow, you're running out of time. I'm gonna give you 10, 9,
You're called naked. I'm
7.
naked.
That's not bad.
You're gonna be punching yourself, Alex.
If we're all wrong, I want to give one more guess because I'm just curious. Never mind. Yep. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Steve
Jamal gets
Duncan
partial
with
credit because he at
9.
least said 9 fumbles.
That
was a great hint.
Mangle?
I swear on everything I love, I was just thinking Duncan, and I was like, shit, I don't know. Fuck.
I thought I had a lock with Mangle.
Okay,
He had like
Tanner,
4.
what was the hint?
Mangle was a
I
good
said he
player.
played for 2 teams this season.
Oh,
And then I said we talked about him
should've
privately
voted.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you
'Cause
said
remember
Mangle,
when-
I was like, shit, Mangle might be it.
Yeah. That's why I had to unlock.
bonus points if anybody knows who's second.
Mangle.
No, it's not Mangle. We interviewed him actually.
No, but he had like so
Riley
many.
Henderson.
He's a decent.
No,
Rockin' horse.
He didn't
Paris.
play that much.
Luke?
No, Matt.
Edwards.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Edwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke. I mean,
Not to throw our boy under the bus.
He's got like
We're throwing him under the bus. Hold on to the ball, buddy.
worst tight quarterback in ELF history.
That's true.
All
All
right,
right.
next one's on you.
Is this me? Oh,
Yep.
sweet. Nice. All right. Regarding AJ Wentland, what does AJ stand for?
What?
They're never coming back on again, are they?
No.
That's a hard ass question.
I mean, as soon as you said AJ, I thought
Fuck yeah, brother.
Oh,
So this is the Alex
Oh, my
Jones?
days.
Oh, Alex Jr. Okay.
Alex Jones.
Why would the future be the middle name?
no, like Junior, like AJ, because quite often a Junior, no?
Adrian.
Adrian Joseph.
No, we
Adrian Joseph.
He does not look like an Adrian.
Man, I almost had it.
No, but he
American
looks like an
Jesus
Adrian.
could be the right
no,
answer.
that's what it stands for now. Fuck that. It stands for American Jesus.
Oh my god, that was great.
I love it. Hey,
right.
if anyone's watching, you can play along as well. Like,
Yeah.
keep track and shoot us a message or something.
All right. Who was the last champion of NFL Europe?
Oh.
Great question.
I know
Great
it won,
question.
I know it won.
I take credit for like 90% of these. So
You did
thank
all
you
these
for-
questions. So if you hate them, just never talk to Jordan again.
Okay.
I'm going for Amsterdam.
Can you just say it out loud?
He said Amsterdam.
Oh, Amsterdam.
3 different answers. One of them is correct.
Which one is it?
Let's go.
Okay, Chow.
Needed that one.
He needed it.
Oh, I'm getting.
What,
I'm getting
do we want a quick score update?
Yes, please.
Yes. So
Yeah, fuck, I might
tied
laugh.
for first is Jamal and Alex with 45 points. Matt has 30 points.
That's because I'm younger, right? And that was an old question.
It's
Old
comeback season,
question.
Matt. It's comeback season, Matt.
Matt, you act like half of us were alive to be able to see that. The only person who was Jamal. yeah. Don't be playing the old people card. I'm in charge of your grade right now.
All right, fair enough.
Is the next one on me? Oh yeah, it is.
Yep.
Okay.
This is a long one.
Name all the countries that currently have ELF teams. And yes, you will get partial credit because I'm sure you'll get most of them. But
As long as you get one, you get partial credit with how our scoring works.
yeah, hey, we have to go based on the rubric, you know.
That's true. So Tanner, how's it going? Well, they're answering questions. How's life?
It's been all right. I'm ready for the weekend. I'll tell you that.
Me too.
Aren't we all? 3-day weekend for us Americans out here.
Yeehaw.
4 day for UK, brother.
We all
Can we just kick him? Can we kick him?
Racism. Are we counting all current ones? Yeah, all current ones. Okay, I think.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. 4,
Technically,
5,
the Czech Republic isn't a country anymore, but I will give you full credit on that.
Czechia is.
still-
Czechia is.
Sorry.
Czechia is.
Yeah, they're not in alphabetical order like you guys did, or some people did. But yeah, there's 9 of them. That's whatever. Good
And I'm
job.
gonna be completely honest. I didn't even look at y'all's sheets. I'm just gonna assume you got all 9 of them. So everybody gets full credit.
Jordan's like, as long as there's 9 words up there, you got it.
Yeah.
Tanner, you can take the next question.
Yes, chef. Name the top 3 sack getters of this season.
Okay, nice.
The real question is 2 and 3.
No, nobody's dog.
Oh,
Is
it's
that
my
Tanner's
dog.
Oh, thanks.
That's okay.
Normally it's my dogs, so it's nice that it's mine.
I've gotten used to tuning her out. We have squirrels in our backyard, and she just if she
Goes
sees
crazy.
them, yeah, it's game over.
That's fair.
I have a blue healer, so that's
Oh,
just
sugar.
crack in and of itself.
I gotta whip it.
If these are wrong, if our answers are wrong, blame Sports Metric.
Yeah.
Oh, Regan's a good.
Matt, you're just
call.
gonna.
Kitchens don't.
Matt, you're gonna have to. What was your third one?
I got kitchen. Malchow. But Regan's a really good call.
The answer
All
is
right.
Oh, I think I might have got. I can think of the third place.
Nice.
Shit, I can think of third place.
Reagan.
The third one's tough.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
one
I
remembers
think
third.
Malchow, but I thought he had a bad couple weeks at the end.
Yeah,
Well,
and I didn't know how to spell this Swiss guy's name, like Pierre Vies something. So I just went with Reagan.
Yeah. I mean, that's why. That's why he knew by for.
Well, the only separation between I believe it's number 3 and then like
What
the
about
following,
Regan? And I'm thinking Lytle was up there as well.
half a sack. So
Oh, fair.
yeah, Regan has 8.5, and then like the next like 4 dudes have 8. So another purposeful question.
Brooks, damn, man, that's a good question, though. It's a good question.
How many red stripes, specifically red stripes, do the Barcelona jerseys have?
All right, hold on.
Just on their sleeves. Just on their sleeves.
Yeah.
Are you combining them?
One side.
One side.
Oh,
That's a good question, though.
okay.
You can just hold up
Cat
fingers
man.
if you want to.
Flag.
Yeah, if you want to just hold up fingers. Okay. Matt.
Three stripes for Catalonia.
Hey,
Nope. It is
Red. How
4
many red stripes?
4 red stripes.
Wow. Nice, Jamal.
Shit.
They do have 5 yellow stripes on their sleeve as well.
Here you go, Matt. Matt's favorite celebration.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
Jesus Christ.
Lock them up, baby. Lock them up. Oh.
I disassociated. It's totally my question next. My fault. So, who was the Leipzig Kings' first win against, and who was the Prague Lions' first win against?
The Kings. Oh man, what a fan base, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
shit, that was back in 2001.
That's a tough one.
That's my birth song.
They were pretty good.
Don't forget, y'all have a Danny lifeline, and we're down to the last 2 questions. So,
You guys saw my answer?
We saw your answer.
Because I think it's right.
Jordan, hopefully you found the right answer online.
I hope I did.
That's a good call.
Oh.
Berlin and Farivar.
Berlin was trash year 1 too.
Yeah, they were.
Everybody got partial.
I went for
on that
third,
one, right,
but they were
Danny?
trash too.
Yeah, everyone got partial because I threw in a layup at the end. I
was
added
trying
an
to do-
extra Prague win.
I was trying to do a process by elimination. You had Frankfurt,
Fair.
Hamburg, you had Ruslov. Who did they play?
Surge as well as what me and Alex went for, I'm pretty sure.
Well, actually, Ruslov played the Kings week 1, so then that's when I had to think week 2. I totally forgot about Berlin, to be honest.
That's fair.
Very forgettable that season.
So is y'all's performance on this show, but you know. All right, second to last question. Who are Sonia and Sandro Moore?
Here we go.
Matt, if you need a lifeline, I'm here.
Yeah, hell yeah, I need a lifeline. Yeah,
Just think of Jamal. That's the lifeline.
Just think of Jamal.
Who are they? Like,
Brutal.
Man, think
Who
about
are
it.
they?
like
What do they do, or what have they done?
And yeah, Jamal, I need a better answer than just that. Like
All right, I'll give you a little bit more in depth.
yeah, I need just a little bit more information.
nah, man. Let's go for Helvetic owners.
All right.
Honestly,
They are the owners
Okay, man.
of the Mercs.
10 points.
I knew Jamal.
All right, we have one last question, and this one's actually worth 20. Danny,
This one's worth 20 points.
Ooh.
And this one's going to go at the top of the screen, not the bottom of the screen. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Who's your ELF Media Rookie of the Year?
there's only one right answer.
Fourth down.
There we go.
It is. Fourth Down Fiasco.
All right, so let me do this final count real quick to see who won all of that.
It's not looking good, guys.
So Jamal has 110 points. Good job, Jamal. Let's see what Alex has. Alex with 100 points.
Ooh.
Wow, half a point back.
And Matt has 75.
Oh, shit.
But hold on, because we can make bullshit rules as we so declare. I am giving
Okay.
Matt an additional 20 points because he was able to get stats officially changed by the ELF, and I think that that's worthy of a little something. So, Matt, you're still in last, but you're only 5 points behind Alex.
More reasonably last. Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, now
He was also the first person to call us Rookie of the Year, so I guess that's worth something.
That's like fucking 20 more points right there, no?
Oh, okay, calm down.
4 more points.
Slow your roll there. Well, cool. Real quick, everyone, we're going to kick it to a quick commercial break just so we can all regroup over on this side. So we'll talk to y'all here right after this.
You're the proud owner of a business, and you've got it all. The hustle, the bustle, and the occasional office kitchen mishap that turns into an alarm-triggering emergency.
Oh!
But fear not. Western States Fire Protection is here to turn your workplace into a disaster-free zone. Our in-house team handles everything from fire sprinklers to alarms, monitoring, inspections, extinguishers, and more. Visit WSFP.com to request a quote.
Are you looking for a podcast to advertise your business? Well, you're in luck. Here at the Fourth Down Fiasco, we're looking for show sponsors. Whether you want to be a platinum sponsor and be mentioned at the beginning and end of every episode, or you just want a simple 30 or 60-second ad, we got you covered. If you're interested in having a spot on our show, you can reach us at fourthdownfiasco@gmail.com. That's fourthdownfiasco@gmail.com. We are excited to hear from you and even more excited to have you on the show. Join the Fiasco family now.
All right, and welcome back to the Fourth Down Fiasco, your go-to podcast for all things football, including the European League of Football, where we are balls deep in the, what did we call it? The analyst what? The analyst something?
Arena.
The Analyst Arena. Thank you so much, Daniel. I appreciate that. So, just as a recap of how round one went, currently in the lead is Jamal with 110 points. Alex Malchow is there in a close second with 100 points, and Matt Bressington with 95. Now, of course, there are some asterisks next to that. Matt got held back, but that's okay. He's still the youngest in the bunch. So next segment, we're going to do some pick'ems, and basically how this is going to work is obviously we can't grade you on what you got, going on today, but as the season progresses, we finish up playoffs, we'll be able to say whether or not if you got these points. So we will start off with the MVP discussion. If you get the MVP right, that is a future 75 points towards your total. And let's start with, since we're picking on Matt, we'll let Matt share who his MVP is and why first. And you don't have to write
my MVP. It's Glenn. Oh, okay. Well, I already did. I put a little English flag on it just for the. But Glenn Tonga's my guy. 30 touchdowns. Can't really argue with 30 touchdowns. More points than nearly half the teams in the league. Dominant season. He's the all-time rushing leader. Single season touchdown record. No one broke as many records as he did this year. Yards per carry was absurd. Runaway MVP in my opinion.
Fair enough.
All right,
Malchow.
I think we all know where I stand on this.
No, boy.
One man in the mountains of Austria that controls the ELF season. And his name is Benjamin Holmes. And he is the most valuable player in the European League of Football. And he's going to prove that on September 22nd when he hoists that trophy up. Enough said.
Question for you real quick. We gotta revisit this because I am just curious from a value proposition standpoint. I mean, his backup also is undefeated.
Against most of the points of Epler's best game came against the Prague Lions, who are fucking terrible. So
what about Rochelle when he went in for Vorstadt though?
Who? Oh yeah. I mean, fair enough. That was a great win, but it was their defense that dominated.
That was all defense.
Ben Holmes is 12-0. He's had literally never lost in the ELF. Who else can say that? Can Glenn Tonga say that? No.
He can't. No. One of his losses was against Vienna just a couple years ago. That's fine.
There we go.
True.
All right, Jamal.
I think I went mad on this one. I think I think Glenn deserves that MVP. This is the second time in his 3-year career he's basically been the face of an offense. Obviously, his first year with Hamburg, where you could say him and Zach, probably should have got it, but it went to Deshaun Shelton. But yeah, I think Glenn's running away with this one this year.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Who's in second place?
Yeah.
Who's your runner-ups?
Glenn Tunga.
Well,
okay.
For me, I think this is the interesting question because I think both the guys you could put here, you could say almost played themselves into this role, whether it was due to injury or just due to not playing. But I think if this guy would have played the full season, I think Riley Hennessy probably was on the MVP run. But I think he'll get runner-up for MVP.
Fair enough.
See, I'm thinking Zach. Zach's my guy, right? He's 10-2. He's only lost to Ryan. He's put up crazy numbers, like 5th for league rushing numbers. He's one of the best passers in the league this year. He's had one of the most touchdowns this year, and he's like fourth seed, and they're probably favorites over to get a first playoff win.
Not to mention, he also is single-handedly the reason why I don't hate the French.
He's not even French.
I know.
He's not even French.
But I mean, the guys will tell you pretty much anytime we bring up Paris, I always go, yeah, fuck the French. And ever since the Zach Edwards interview, I've stopped saying that because I'm like, eh.
It used to go, that, and then into Rudy Gobert somehow, and be like, is way off topic.
Because also fuck Rudy Gobert. All right, so again, we won't be able to grade whether or not if y'all are right until we actually find out when that is. Do y'all know when that is, by the way? Like when
September 23rd.
It'll be the Friday night before the Sunday championship game, or
Gotcha.
Saturday night, one of them.
Word. Cool. All right, now we're going to do pick'ems for the playoff bracket. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. We can't just give you the whole lump sum of these points all at once. So we're going to do 10 points for every first round matchup you get right, 20 points for the second round matchups, 30 points for the championship game, and if you get the entire bracket right, we give you 100 points. And then we do have a little side note that if you're still able to get the champion correct, but your bracket's completely busted, we'll give you 20 points. So I know that means absolutely nothing to y'all. Just get them right. Just get them right. You get them right, you win. So our first matchup for the wild card is going to be the Madrid Bravos at the Rhine Fire. Who do y'all have?
You guys don't have to write it down. You can just go one at a time. I know Matt's already writing out his whole bracket.
And the British flag.
I'm gonna go with the Rhine Fire. I think they've won every game since week 3, and really I wrote an article about this this morning actually. I think they've scored against the last 7 games, 370 to 70 something. It was like a ridiculous number to a very small number, because Glenn Tonga and Jadrian Clark and that defense are just on fire. They seem to be playing their best football at the right time. So Rhine Fire looking a lot like the 2023 Rhine Fire right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. You mentioned the defense, and I appreciate that because I feel like a lot of people do get swept up in the Jadrian Clark and Glenn Tunga role, and it's like, dude, they've got a 3-headed monster at defensive back, bro. Like they are disgusting in the secondary. So that is my soapbox.
Yeah,
Jamal,
I agree.
Yeah, this is interesting, right? Because there's a lot of factors that could dive into, especially with what's on the line. But there's obviously this stigma on Duncan that he struggles in the big games. And I was actually trying to do some research today and just thinking about it. All right, just thinking about the big games that he's played in. Berlin week 1, Vienna, week 3. The Paris game, both Paris games, the Fire. Outside that Vikings game where he only threw for 89 yards, he's throwing for 2+ in a lot of the games. I think the big question for Paris is, one, can you protect, Steve Duncan? 2, can he, not turn the ball over? And 3, can other receivers around Willie Patterson step up? Their defense is minus Andy Vera and Javier Carrasco. Their defense is pretty much full with the return of Jalen Embry and Alejandro Fernandez, who you saw their impact versus Paris. And I think they have a chance to make it interesting. I think Madrid has to kind of play keep away in terms of like running the balls, shortening the game, so to say. But I mean, Alex said it. Fire have been the hottest team since that loss. Ironically, they're playing in the same stadium they lost in. I'm gonna pick the Fire right now to win this game. I think Madrid can make it close, but I just think there's a lot of factors that go into Madrid, and I think with the Fire, they've been a completely different team since that first loss to Madrid.
I thought you were going Madrid. After that whole spiel, I thought you were going to pick Madrid.
You got to play the role a little bit, man. You got to lead it up.
Come on, man. You had me on the edge of my seat.
He wasn't fair. He's been doing this for years.
All right.
Matt? I'm gonna lay out my ones. Right, Ryan Fire. Like we said, I want to talk about the defense a little bit. They got like the best in terms of points allowed ever in the league in the season. In the West, which is even harder than to do in the East or in the Central. Mm-hmm. They've got 2 possible guys who have MVP trophies in their cabinet in the backfield. Their offensive line's the best in Europe over the last couple of years. They've got Han Kofi's one of the best European receivers we have in the league at the moment. They are just monstrous. Tony Anderson, we've got Amari Williams, we've got Marius Kenzie, we've got Hugo Cagler. So many damn good players in that team. I think it's just too much for Madrid. They've also got championship pedigree if you want to go off of that. All of these guys were literally in the playoff teams and won a championship last year. It's a massive return roster. So I'm going to go for them. They've also got more of an experienced coaching staff. Tom Sula, they got Andrew, they got John Shute. Like, top to bottom, I think they got it.
Okay.
I would say this too, like with the Fire and the position that Jadrian's in, and I've tweeted about this. Like, he's in a totally different position this year than when he was last year, when he had the pressure on him. Never really won the big game, despite the different leagues and the multiple championships he's been to. But this year, he hasn't had to be that guy to lead the team. It's been on Glenn. So Jadrian's really playing with house money. That could be a dangerous Jadrian in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. Actually, in my little mid-season MVP article that I wrote, a big case for Glenn potentially not being MVP was if Jadrian Clark started playing like Jadrian Clark, because he didn't for the first half of the season. And I still feel like he's not playing nearly as good as he did last year, just because he was on a whole different level last year. But good point.
The crazy thing about the Fire is that, like, early in the season, there was this big thing like, oh, they're banged up, McKnight's out, they're hurt. They're healthy. They're healthy, and they just literally had a bye. So it'll be a tough battle, I think, for Madrid.
Agreed. All right, next on the docket is Paris Munich.
I just want to say before you guys say anything, all of us at Fourth Down Fiasco picked the Ravens to win last week. And I don't know about Jamal, but Alex and Matt, you guys picked the Raiders. What happened?
What happened, man? Yeah.
I really thought they'd be able to run through them.
Like, how did us up here, the Americans just getting into here, pick the right team?
Credit all the brackets are busted out too, because Madrid's going to win,
I know Tanner, he's been grinding in the lab, breaking down film on the Ravens all season. So I'm sure that's why you guys, had the inside scoop on it. But yeah, the Munich Ravens going to Paris. This is a team that, to be honest, I thought were frauds going into last week. They went out, they kicked the Raiders' butt. They showed we can beat a real team. And now they get to play a 10-2 Musketeers squad. What do they have going for them going into Paris? They have Chad Jeffries. They have playmakers, Justin Rodney, Malik Stanley. But I think the lights are going to be a little bit too bright. Paris, they've got a lot of depth, a lot of speed on that team. And Edwards and a lot of guys on that Musketeer squad have been here before. They don't want to settle for the wild card round. They want to keep pushing it. They want to be one of those contenders. So I'm going to take Paris at home.
Cool.
Sweet.
I like it. I'm juiced.
I'm juiced.
Matt, who do you have?
All right, this one's a difficult one because I really didn't think that Munich would even be here at the start of the year. I thought I had my queries, but here they are. And I think though that Paris, hot hand, only ever lost to Ryan so far this year. I think they've got severely underrated athletic defense. They've got Chandler Jones back, which is massive for that turnover on the secondary. I think they'll be able to stop what Munich have. I'm not going to say Munich got like a little bit one-dimensional, but it's the first team they beat with a winning record this year, and I think that's important. Paris have been very, very battle-tested throughout the year. They've lost, they've come back from it. My big thing is just, are they going to be able to take it one step further and beat a team that's like a real championship contender? And that's will go on to the next round of the playoffs, because I still think the Paris are going to win this one. I think they should make it relatively comfortable.
Okay. Jamal?
I think we're all picking Paris as well, right?
I kid you not. This is, in 4 years of watching ELF, this is the hardest game I've ever had to pick. Just because these two teams are so similar. Like, they're almost like carbon copies of each other, right? Because if you pull up the matchups, you could basically have an argument for the other side. Like, you got Magic on one side. Well, I got Chad Jeffries, who could go score for score. All right, you got, Malik Stanley, Austin Mitchell, two different receivers, obviously in their own right, but both obviously are playmakers. You got Will Nazary, linebacker for Munich. I got Dawson Dales on Paris. All right, the DBs, right? The DBs for Munich last year sucked, and big improvement this year in terms of who they got, and the DBs for Paris this year. It was similar. It was similar last year, and they improved there too. It's hard, man, and this is not the first time Zach and head coach for the Ravens, Kentrell Ellison, will be going against each other. Back in year 2, during the glory days of Hamburg, they went at it. Ironically, both games were 24-21, but they split the series. So they know Zach knows what he's gonna get from Kentrell. Kentrell knows what he's gonna get from Zach. In regards to matchup-wise. There's a lot in terms of, where you could go with this game. And like I said, this was the hardest game I personally had to pick. And you could argue that, Munich, they didn't really play nobody, and Paris played everyone in terms of competitive teams. They're at the top, right? So, but for me, I think I'm rocking with the Ravens, if I'm being honest. Like, granted, it's a road game to Paris. But, again, Kendrell, from that second year in Hamburg, having to go to the championship game in Austria, which was like a 15-hour bus ride, I'm sure he's learned from that experience in terms of how to get his guys ready for a long road trip, whether they drive or fly to Paris or whatnot. I think matchup-wise, when you get to the playoffs, defense is key. And Munich's defense, regardless of who they've been playing, have been playing pretty well down the stretch. But also, when you look at the teams that they play that have mobile quarterbacks, they've contained all those quarterbacks. And I think the Raiders, in this past game, I think this is the Ravens that, much different than earlier in the season, I think this is the Ravens we're going to get going forward. And honestly, I don't know if I trust Paris in a tight game. Tight game versus Fire early in the season, tight game versus Madrid last week of the season. It was tight with Frankfurt earlier in the year before they pulled away. I'm rocking with the Ravens. And Matt talks about athletic defense. Well, Ravens got Big Joe Thomas, and you know what they do with athletic defense? They run at him. So Awewu, Justin Rodney, they're gonna get a lot of touches. I think if it gets into a passing match with and Kyle Callahan wants to go score for score, Ravens could be in trouble. But I think for them this time of year, I think they're gonna try to run the ball, put an emphasis on running the ball, just like the Fire did. And I think they're gonna pull off the upset. I'm rocking with the Ravens.
I like it. Well, so since you're the only one who dared to be different, let me ask you about Matt. The semifinals? Yeah, semifinals. Yeah. For you, it would be Munich, Vienna. Who do you have?
Yeah. Man.
Oof. Are you riding Munich all the way to the championship, Zach?
I don't. Man, that's another hard one.
Vienna will play like one game in 4 weeks by the time this game happens.
That's a tricky thing with Vienna. And we all know Ben Holmes has a tendency to start maybe just a little bit slow. Matt's mentioned it a couple times.
Not slow. One pick and he's good.
He's the
Is this not like multiple?
He's the part of the ELF. He'll throw a pick, but he'll throw maybe 3 or 4.
Playing on the Vikings.
You know what?
Same team.
I think it's funny because Paris, they got Austin Mitchell, right? But he's not their number one guy. Anthony, like their ex-receiver. And that's another thing. If Anthony doesn't play, I'm rocking with Munich even harder because Austin needs Anthony on the field. Otherwise, Anthony's going to get, most of the targets, and the Ravens know that. They're going to put John Cole, who can match speed for speed on Austin, and kind of, even that out, I think. But I think if Munich plays Vienna, I think I'll rock with Vienna. I think matchup-wise, I think Vienna. I
thought you were about to get mad spicy.
You saved it there, Jamal. Yeah.
I think Vienna's a harder matchup for Munich than Paris is. I think Paris and Munich are right here, to be honest. But I think Vienna might just be a step ahead.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Matt, Alex, for y'all's semifinal round, you would have Paris, Vienna. Matt, let's start with you. Who do you have between those two, Paris and Vienna?
Oh, man, that's such a tough one. Because Vienna's young. Vienna's defense is young. You got like Noah Swankor, he's a young guy. Yeah, they're deep. They got a lot of guys, but yeah, they really do. They've had injuries at like the American positions. They're coming back after some surgery, which is, always a bit iffy. Their offense
is Block coming back?
As we said, like, yeah. We don't know. We got slow starting offense. They carry as the engine of that team, and they really do. I think that Carey's going to have a big game in this one. I do fancy them as more of a well-rounded team than Paris, but Paris can score in more bursts. I'm going to go for Vienna still, though, because of Reese Hall and Noah Torre, both of those guys, monsters. And I think maybe this is an opportunity for Ben Holmes to maybe silence me. And
that one's the haters.
Oh man, yeah. Ben Holmes is just looking on Twitter, and he's specifically like Matt Bressington, letting you know right now.
I actually talked to him the other day. He's quite a nice guy. I did talk to him. Man. He's a nice dude.
Alex, honestly, do we even have to ask you?
All I know is on that Sunday, Generali Stadion in Wien, Österreich is going to be ruckus. Paris isn't going to know what hit him. Thomas Schaefer, big man in the middle, is going to be healthy. Leon Ballo coming off the edge, hunting down Zach Edwards. It's going to be Vikings all day.
Do you currently have the name of the stadium pulled up on your computer?
It's tattooed on.
No. Straight off the dome.
That's
a lie. You can see it in his glasses. He sees us in our glasses. That's us.
Oh, okay. All right.
All I see is a W.
All I see is a W.
Oh, man. All right.
Crazy thing about that is that, like, Zach can't get over the hump and beat the Vikings if that happens.
Still. Yeah.
All right, so on the other side of the bracket now, we have Rhine versus Stuttgart. For the sake of my handwriting, I'm just going to put Serge. Who wants to go first on that one? It doesn't really matter.
I'll go first since I'm probably heading out here in just a second. Rhine versus Serge, man. You know what? I'm going with the Surge, man. I feel like all off season we talk about Surge Munich. I think they've been waiting for the fire. So right now, if you ask me, I'm gonna say Surge over the fire. They finally get over the hump and get to the championship again. But do they win?
Is it an upset if they're the 2 seed?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are favoring the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question is it an upset if the so-called underdog knew they were the better team? Damn!
That's a bar.
Chill.
Matt, who do you have in that matchup?
All right. All right. I'm going for Ryan Fire because they've just got too much. Like you look at Ryan Fire and you look at Surge, and if you go like for like, Ryan Fire's just got a little bit more in every position, maybe except for receiver. And even still, they're doing pretty fucking well. They've got Glenn. I don't know who in that Surge team can stop Glenn. I know they've got great rush defense with Malumbo and Katz and other guys in that team, but it's just not enough. I think that they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to run the ball heavy. I think it's going to be a lot of that. I don't think they're going to be looking deep. I know Jadrian likes to uncork a few big throws every now and then, but with Fettig, with Chad, with Raheem Wilson, I think he's going to be a lot more locked in. He knows how to beat the Surge. He's beat the Surge before. Fire, I think, are rightfully favorites, in my opinion. The big question is still just receiver because they are so light at that position this year. But I'm still going to go for him just out of Glenn vibes.
Glenn vibes. Did the Fire beat the Surge, or did the Surge beat themselves? 2 fumbles.
Oh, Fire beat the shit out of the Surge.
Make no mistake, I was there. All right, Malchow.
Man, this is going to be like one of the best games all season.
Either way, best semifinals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, this is like must-see TV. That matchup. To me, it's a toss-up. You know, Matt talked about Ryan Fire maybe don't have that explosiveness at receiver that they had last year, but everywhere else, like, you know, their defense is probably maybe even better than last year. You know, to me, it's a toss-up. Toss-up. You go with the home team, so I'll go with the Surge.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Damn, another one out.
They match up better with the Fire this year than they did last year. I will say that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I know that you're about to have to dip out, so we'll let you choose your champion real quick. For you, your championship game is Stuttgart versus Vienna.
Man, we kind of saw this last year, right? In the semis, the predecessor, was it the predecessor and the whoever with Coach Kaleke and Jordan Newman, however that saying is.
Yep.
Round 2, Surge Vikings, man. I'm rocking with Newman. The Surge take home the championship. They bring it home for the Central, which means they bring it home for Helvetic. Surge wins. Vikings, I love you. Guys, great show. I'll tune in next time. See you.
Oh, that was Jamal Clay, everybody. Oh, man. Alex, who do you have? I want Matt's opinion last. I'm excited for it.
He basically just predicted that the Mercenaries will win the title, which I love. Yeah,
that's what I thought he said, right? Yeah, it's like basically the Mercenaries win the championship when Aiken is already back in Cincinnati.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Surge, Vikings in the title game. These two teams and the Ryan Fire have been the 3 best teams. You know, a whole head above everyone. Man, it's going to be close. I'm, of course, going to rock with the Vikings. I think we'll have the first 2-time ELF champion franchise in the capital city of Austria. They have the depth. They're the most complete organization in Europe, maybe, for developing young talent and bringing them up. And I think that's going to pay off with the title.
Nice. Where's Nick when we need him? Come on, he just didn't respond to us. But we need something from Nick.
Nick forfeited himself as ELF Journalist of the Year because he decided to completely ghost us. So I'm talking about you. Yeah, he was looking like a Stuttgart in that game against Raiders Tyrol.
The Raiders.
Nowhere to be found. All right, Brett. Big Brez.
We do love Nick. Yeah, no, we do love
Nick. I just had to. Big Brez, Rhine Fire, Vienna Vikings. That's your championship matchup. Who do you have?
All right, very simple. Death Texas, and do not bet against the Rhine Fire. I think it's coming back to back. MVP is going to go to Glenn. He's going to sweep the honors achievements. The big thing with Ryan is just you can't stop them. Like, how do you stop Glenn is a question that no one's figured out yet. Maybe you could argue. Yeah, no, not like 2 years ago. This is different beast, Glenn. This is 30 touchdowns, Glenn. It's a different year. different O-line, bro. This O-line's different. You got Sven Bedenbach, you got Pepler, you got. This is Glenn VP. This offensive line's ridiculous. You got outside blocking, which is phenomenal. And if you stop him, like Madrid did that one game, then they've just got a fantastic defense to back it up. Vienna, I think, don't have the same experience. I still think they're an incredibly talented team. I strongly agree they're an amazing developer of talent. I'm just, I'm not convinced. I know my AI video in preseason predicted Ben Holmes being MVP, and I cannot be beaten by a computer. That would be unreal. Let alone get beaten by Alex and the computer in the same thing. That'd be ridiculous. So I gotta go against the grain. I gotta go for Ryan Fire.
All right.
So we have 3 different champions.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Wow. Okay.
Can we make it a 4th?
Later on.
Tanner, who's your champion?
Madrid in their first season ever. It's going to be crazy.
Oh!
Jordan, who's yours?
Come back to me. Give me a second.
Nope,
I'm down to
you need
2.
it right now. You need it right now.
On the spot.
You know what? Fuck the French. We're going with Paris.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, that was a roller coaster.
You gotta pick them. You gotta pick Munich now because then one of us gotta be right.
I can't be on Kiki's bad side. Come on.
No, he's picking his home team.
I've picked Vienna before week 1 even started. I have to go with Alex in Vienna. So Ben VP all day.
Oh yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll say Munich just for the clickbait, but
there you go. Yeah, if you just put like 6 opinions, 6 different titles, one of them's got to be right.
Yeah, 6 text bubbles. Like you ELF champion. There's just 6 different bubbles.
There you are.
Yeah, just for the sake of me editing. Just for the sake of me editing, can you go? I'm picking Munich.
I'm terrified of what you'll do, but I'm taking Munich to bring it home. Like it's.
That's a clip.
Hey, what's going to be awesome is if people actually make it this far into the pod, they're going to be like, "Fuck? I thought he said Munich. Why is he going with Vienna?" Oh man.
Hey, Munich is Cincinnati's sister city, so I guess it kind of works out.
Yeah, you say that all the time. I just kind of roll my eyes, but whatever. Hey, you know what? Texas and France are basically sister countries.
Like, do you know? Yeah, like, do you know Dallas' sister city? Like, how the fuck do you even know that?
I know Charlotte.
Why?
Charlotte is Wrocław because the Panthers.
Yeah. What does Bristol have one? Bristol. There's like 20 Bristols in America anyway.
And
conquered so much shit.
And Oakland is sister cities with Tyrol, hence why the Tyrol Raiders are black and gold.
Well, I guess now it'd be Las Vegas, though, wouldn't it?
But yeah, but they're not going to change that because of that. But.
Well, cool. Any Matt, Alex, any last words that you have for the folks that have made it to this far along in the video?
Yes. Arlington, Virginia is a sister city of Aachen, Germany.
Love that.
Fair enough. I don't think I can top that with anything that I've got, to be honest.
Any other comments from the season as a whole? Like, what do you guys think of the 24 ELF season?
Best of all time. I think it's the best season of all time. It's been a classic.
Yeah, I mean, Matt said it. I think this has definitely been the most fun season I've had watching since 2021. I feel like this year we had overtime games. Like we had just way more parity than in previous years. There's still like blowouts, but way
Not
more
enough.
close games. Like there's multiple teams that are on similar levels of playing really good football. And if you look at the league, like every year, the level of ball is getting better. And like every team almost got better from last year. And that's really exciting to see. And yeah, man, it was an awesome season. I'm excited for the playoffs.
What, there's 4 countries in the playoffs, 2 second-year teams, a first-year team, 2 reigning champions, and then the surge.
Yeah, it's growing.
Oh, when you say it like that, that sounds fucking fire. 2 reigning champions, 2 new teams. That sounds like a fucking movie plot. I love that.
Whoever's on Thursday, you can steal that if you want. I don't know if it's Alex or Matt. It's probably Matt. Yeah.
Tanner,
you can steal that for Thursday.
I looked it up, and Dallas is sister city. Oh, seriously? And then he leaves? All right, fine. Fuck Tanner then. Dallas's sister city is Dijon, France. So, yeah, I'm doubling down on my Paris pick.
There you go.
All right, Matt, what's Bristol's sister city?
Bristol, Connecticut. It's got to be.
Or Porto in Portugal and somewhere in Georgia. There we go. So Georgia ELF 2025. That's what we're going for. Fuck yeah.
Yeehaw.
I mean Georgia, Georgia, not America, Georgia. I mean Georgia, Georgia.
Wow. Yeah, look at me being an American, thinking everything's about me. Well, cool. I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with us. Jamal,
hold on.
I know that
it's New Orleans. Bristol's sister city in the U.S. is New Orleans.
Oh, that's.
I have Bristol, Tennessee.
Why?
Bristol, Tennessee.
I think Tennessee makes a lot more sense, actually. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, actually. Damn. Well, who would have thought?
They're all over the place.
Wow. Crazy.
Nice. Who would have thought?
I'll just text you guys any other sister cities. Fine. I'll just send it.
The whole chat tonight is just going to be sister cities.
Geographical facts,
Yeah.
Well, cool. Again, I appreciate y'all for coming on, hanging out with us. It was a good time, Again, Jamal is in the lead by 15 over Matt and 10 over Alex. So, hey, depending on how, MVPs and playoffs shake up, literally any of y'all can win right now. But thank you for everyone at home who was listening. Again, rate us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, best way for us to grow the show. Also, make sure to follow all of our friends on Twitter, Instagram, all those things.
YouTube,
we'll make sure to
Matt Bressington.
Yeah, we'll put their handles in the description specifically so y'all know where to go. But yeah, thanks so much.
Don't forget about BetStamp.
Yes. Also sign up for BetStamp. That link's going to be in the description. We appreciate y'all, and we will talk to y'all next week.